everyone, it's Kevin here with another installment of Teaching in Asia. Today, I want to talk about teaching in kindergartens in Japan and in Korea. Now, in another video, I talked about teaching adults in Japan or Korea. Now, teaching in a kindergarten is something completely different. And I've got some experience. I've done it in both countries. So, teaching in a kindergarten. What's that all about? Very common job for a lot of new English teachers when they head to South Korea or even to Japan is teaching in kindergartens. Now, these kindergartens tend to be private kindergartens. They may be hagwons in Korea, or in Japan, it's very popular these days to have private international kindergartens, they're referred to as. And there's a real boom in those. They're all over the place. So if you're teaching at a kindergarten in Korea, you might teach a group of kids for maybe 2 hours in the morning, and then they shuffle off to a Korean teacher for 2 hours. And then maybe you have two groups for 2 hours in the morning. Now, if you're in Japan and you get a job at an international kindergarten, it's very similar to kind of the way it would be structured in Canada or America or the UK or Australia, where you would have your homeroom class and you're basically with them all day long, teaching multiple subjects. The Korean kindergartens tend to be more like eikaiwa style or language school style places. You're basically teaching ESL. In Japan, if you get a job working at an international kindergarten, you're basically teaching like a kindergarten back home. You're teaching all subjects, science, math, reading, writing, but in English. Now, is this sort of job everyone's cup of tea? Certainly not. Now, from my experience and what I've seen on the job boards, people who work at kindergartens in Korea tend to be paid a little less than people who teach at their hagwons. Now, if you're working at a school like that in Japan, basically the way I describe it, it's the closest thing you would ever have to teaching at a real school, a public school, or back in your own native country. Now, teaching a group of young children takes a special kind of person, a person with an infinite amount of patience. Also, it helps if the person is in good shape and very energetic. Why is that? Because if you're teaching a large group of young children, you need boundless amounts of energy to be able to keep up with them. At the end of the day, you might be pretty darn tired, but you know what? You probably had a lot of fun. So the experience of teaching at a kindergarten is completely the opposite of teaching adults. If you're the kind of person who really likes kids and has a lot of energy, well, guess what? You'll have a good time doing it. All right, everyone, so thanks very much for checking out another video in the Teaching in Asia series. Remember, you can check out my blog, the link is below. You can also follow me on Twitter at JLaneKev. Or you can, of course, check me out on Facebook at BusanKevin. All the links are below. See you guys later, and I hope you're doing well.